That high-powered, and I mean high-powered SMU offense right from the get-go, and it will begin at the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 8. They need to get up to the 35-yard line. Pressure coming on the blitz, and Jennings down all the way back at the 15-yard line. Scotty Edwards, a strong safety, coming in to get him.
Yeah, Tommy, they just lined up in it. You see Scotty come off the edge, attacking where he would roll out to, so already.
They have been considerably better here over their last 3 games, especially on offense. So now McSparent puts a foot on it, and the ball is touched and then dropped, and off to the races. And they're going to blow it dead at the 32-yard line. What a huge break for SMU after a 3-and-out. Well, that's a tough catch right there, and read beautifully on defense by Jay Green.
Now let's see what we got here.
And they're going to try and run it again, and a good run it is. Able to break it to the outside is Ford, and that'll be enough for a first down to move the chains for the Stanford Cardinal, a gain of 14.
Yeah, this is good.
44 yards. In fact, he had never had a 300-yard passing game in his career. Good protection and a good throw. And that'll be out to the 33-yard line and another first down. Play action, oh boy. And I mean right now, coming off the edge was Isaiah Smith. He used to pile up the sacks at James Madison before transferring.
Yeah, QB under center is alert for max protection, so.
We'll play action here, good protection, and it breaks down. He was looking for the deep ball down to Farrell, right around the 25-yard line, and then protection finally broke down. Jeffrey Emba. 9 interceptions already, and again down goes Gulbranson. And this time into the arms of Robertson, who was flagged for the penalty a moment ago, so he makes up for that.
Yeah, it's such a luxury when you can just rush 4.
Be more of the same for SMU reaching the college football playoff and going undefeated in ACC play. Wasn't until last weekend the Mustangs open conference play this year, not losing a single game since joining the conference.
Yeah, that has been incredible. And I was on the other end when I was at BC last year, actually at this blackout game a year ago.
Scoreless, and we're over midway through it. Breaking a couple of tackles on the outside is C.J. Williams. He leads the Mustangs in receptions. That's his 29th of the year. Hoping to get things cranked up. How about that? Did that go behind the back? That was to R.J. Merrill and their stand-up tight end.
That play is sick.
Far side, that'll be enough for another first down into the hands of Romello Brinson. Well, you dropped a Chris Paul on me last night, so maybe him. Wide receiver screen and read pretty nicely right there by Stanford on defense.
To bring some pressure off the edge.
But they're showing pressure. And here they come and able to get away and wide open down at the 37-yard line. The catch is made by Jordan Hudson. Jennings looking down the field. One-handed grab. Nicely done. Going to fake it this time, and now Jennings will take off running. He's able to break one tackle, tucks it away, and run out of bounds. Very close to the 20-yard line. Looks like they'll spot it at the 19. And a beautifully designed play. Did he step out of bounds? Touchdown! Play here in the opening quarter. SMU 7-0.
Yeah, you see Stanford bring an all-out pressure. They released the back, and they did not account for him. I think it was 29 on the edge. If you're going to bring all-out pressure, somebody is responsible to peel for the running back. Kevin Jennings noticed that no one took the ball. Easy touchdown.
Caden Hyde, the wide receiver, coming up to get it. Out across the 25 and still on his feet. Close to the 30-yard line. All right, Stanford with the football. And trying to turn the corner, and able to do so is Cole Tabb. Taken away, so now a first down and 24. Gil Branson dumps it off out of the backfield to Tabb, and he's still on his feet. Okay, it's a nice start here for Tabb. Won't show up in a... All right, so the Mustangs on what might be the final play of this opening quarter. Play action. Jennings lofts it down the field. Back shoulder reception is made. But this is his first foray into college football since he last played it at Maryland. Wide open, sitting down in the middle of the field is Jordan Hudson, and that'll be another first down for the Mustangs, a gain of 16.
Yeah, it's cool to watch Jordan Hudson play football. His IQ is tremendous. Like here, he's fine. He finds a soft zone, gets the football. But I mean, absolutely incredible that game.
Bobbled on the jet sweep, and still on his feet is McFall. He was the guy who had the touchdown, the game's only touchdown, and that's how he scored on a 14-yarder. They'll hand it off, and short of the first down. This will be a 32-yard field goal try by Keltner. And a good snap, a good hold, and it is good. And he's going to throw it. And just sitting down in the middle of the field and making the catch. Going to hand it off, and they've had a little bit of success doing that today. And that's a nice first down run by Micah Ford.
Stanford has to get together.
So SMU getting that jumbo package on the field, and it's still the first down. Up close to midfield to Micah Ford. They were looking for that right there, and it finally opened up. Pretty good patience right there. Micah Ford is in the backfield, and he's going to get the handoff. Looking for a little room, tries to bring it to the outside. And cuts it back upfield, and he has a first down. So back-to-back third downs. One of them a game-winning field goal. Let's see if he's got the leg here. Good snap, good hold. Line drive looks to be pretty good. Man, that would have been good from 62 yards.
Booted that ball.
That ball hammered. And they're going to give it to Ford, and he is going to power his way for another first down. And on second down, they're going to run it again, and good running room for Ford. Tom Laverty there, apparently he's okay. They're going to throw it, and they come back the other way, and the ball is loose, and able to cover it back up down there. It looked like the tight end Roush. What a call this was.
Yeah, just a leak throwback, even faked out our cameraman as well for this play, and then, yeah, just a big collision there.
Looked like Barnes put a hit on him to knock it loose there in the secondary, but they're going to run it again, and Ford plows his way down to the 2, maybe to the 1-yard line. Maybe you're just trying to pull a sneak attack there. 4th down and goal, and the Cardinal going for it. They're going to run it, and he did not get there.
To stay there and be tough. Okay, everyone stood up, canceled out every single gap, and just gang tackling on that huge 4th down.
I don't know. Look, they know their team better than we do, but got no problem with them taking the field goal off the board. You know, at the end of the day, they got all the way down to the 2-yard line, but I think it's a 3rd and 2 call that some Stanford fans might be saying, man, of getting the ball back with pretty good field position and a kicker who just had a 52-yarder. And that pass is incomplete. Or are they saying it's a catch? They're calling it a catch to Brinson. I beg your pardon. So that's a first down.
Usually it's a standard crack block. So as a defender, we're taught to look for it.
Uh-oh. This is Johnson Jr., and he is going to take it the distance. Can you believe that? With 35 seconds left in the half. He goes 87 yards when they had all but said, okay, we're going to run out the clock. Unbelievable.
So right here, you're going to see the play come to your right side of the screen. And then here, you just see he's trying to take an angle. But I'll tell you what, we got the need for speed. It did not matter for Chris Johnson. That man was moving.
You know, it's interesting with Johnson, but they threw the ball on 3rd down and 2, and now Gilbranson complete over the middle. Rose, and a catch is made, and stepping out of bounds on the reception is C.J. Williams. They would still need about another 12 yards on this drive for a 52-yarder. More than that, maybe. And the catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that is a first down. He's Farrell, 31 yards.
To 7 seconds.
He throws it in between 2 defenders. SMU is playing 2-man, which means they're sitting underneath trailing, and they're daring you to throw the football over the top, hoping the safeties can make a play on the football. And
all right, Will, help me here now. You have the ball at the 15-yard line. High in motion, trips to the bottom. They're going to take one shot at it to the end zone and a touchdown. Can you believe that? 4 straight plays in less than 35 seconds. C.J. Williams with a touchdown reception.
But yeah, C.J. releases free access. No one touches him, and there's no one around. You see here, he runs just an inside, just a quick bang. Hey, no, there is no one in the picture.
And you know what's interesting, and we talked for a long time, is Gilbranson celebrates a touchdown after losing the first 2 games to Hawaii and BYU. Didn't look good doing it. There's a catch made over the middle by the standout tight end Roush, and that'll get a big chunk of it back on first down, a gain of 10. That's a dangerous throw right there, and the catch is made. All right, 3rd down and 5. Gilbranson, and a catch is made.
Just an amazing kid. He is a true pro.
Out of Mission Viejo, California. And down goes Gilbranson. Protection broke down right away, and Nettles coming off the edge. One of a number. Gilbranson forced out. He'll have time to plant his feet and look down the field. He's going to run it. Cuts it back to the inside and dives forward up close to the 45-yard line. Up to the 46-yard line, and they're going to throw it. Gilbranson chased again, and down he goes for the 6th time today. Mayazono is making plays out there, getting a chance to play today.
Yeah, it's hard when you got a young.
Boy, what a great player he was. All right, on first down, Jennings slings it across the middle. And the catch is made up across the 30-yard line. Catch is made by Jordan Hudson. He has had an excellent career here at SMU, and that is a first down carry.
Reliable leader across the middle, consistent tackler.
High snap and then a throw down the middle, and that is good enough for a first down to the Stanford 41. The reception by Hudson.
Yeah, this is the matchup they've been liking, you know, with Hudson.
8 games, 5 starts as a true freshman a year ago. And going to throw it again and trying to, how about that move by Jennings, and flips it. A wide open receiver still on his feet as Johnson Jr. cuts it back to the inside. Oh my! Opening possession of the second half for SMU and a 17-point lead for the Mustangs. All right, Michael Ford, long way to go in this one. got to believe Stanford is not going to avoid the run game, which was so good in the first half when they didn't commit penalties. After the touchdown, here comes the blitz. They pick it, and down he goes. Boy, this has been a sack fest, and that was an issue we knew coming into this game. Loss of 7 on the play.
Right, he's not there all day, but he's going to make it happen.
And a first down run by T.J. Harden. Here comes the blitz, picked up beautifully. And now protection breaking down for Jennings. And he held onto the football and is dropped all the way back at the 24-yard line. Against the Oilers, Warren Moon and the Houston Oilers back in those days, when he replaced an injured Jim Kelly. That's a first down. One guy who was never known as a regular starter until his senior year of college and never in the pros. But to think that same guy engineered 2 of the greatest comebacks were to be, and they got it straightened out with plenty of time on the play clock. Catch is made, and breaking a tackle is Williams. And
The Cardinal offense.
And that will be Tab inside the 30, down to the... So look ahead to our games next week. You and I will be in Charlottesville, Virginia. That ball came out of the hands as the arm came forward of Gulbranson. One would assume, though we'll wait and see, I guess. 3rd down and 5, and this will be a first down carry. And there's the man we were talking about a moment ago, Cole Tab, inside the 20 after a gain of 11, and he'll get a breather on the Stanford sideline. Lost his shoe. But after a penalty, they decided to go for it on 4th down. And wouldn't you know it, just sneaks it in the left upright. If that had been from 52 that time, that was wide left, but he got it in there. How about that? All right, now Stanford needing some plays defensively. And on first down, a quick hit to Ymir Knight. Of course, back in those days, they did not have a college football playoff. 2nd down and 2, and that'll be a carry good enough for a first down. Ole Miss is ranked number 4 in the country and undefeated. Tab trying to turn the corner. Boy, that's good, powerful running by Cole Tab. Literally 1 second of the entire season until shocking Penn State a week ago. And another good run by Tab. Very close to a first down, depending on the spot. That was a gain of 9. And just a 24-21 lead against Pitt in Tallahassee. Looking for the long ball. And making the catch. Falling down with C.J. Williams, or that would have been a touchdown.
This is what you got. You got a grown man running a grown man route, making grown man catches. He knows the safety's going to go there. He does not care.
But they're still all the way out at the 34-yard line. Tab on first down. Carries it to the 30. That'll be a gain of 3.5 on first down. Gulbranson, crossing pattern, and the catch is made by Roush. He was hoping to stay on his feet. That was an excellent tackle. So many times stunted by penalty flags. Just sitting down right there in the middle of the defense. And down to the 24-yard line is Williams once more. Clock rolling. Play action. Down the middle of the field, and the catch is made down at the 9-yard line by Miles Libman. Had the ball all the way down inside the 10. Now they're looking at 2nd and goal from outside the 20. And the catch is made that'll get him back inside the 10 to the tight end Roush. That'll be a gain of 12. 3rd down and goal. Penalties on this drive, has 4 of them. Looking to, it's intercepted. And racing down the sideline, inside the 30, the 20 is Medlock, and he goes into the end zone. There is a penalty flag down on the play. Helped tremendously by penalty after penalty from Stanford. It leads to an interception return. 95 big ones to pay dirt. you know, while some of the tough ones are going to be just that tough, is there's a big carry and run out of bounds enough for a first down is Link Rhodes. I'm not suggesting they'd be winning, but they could be within a touchdown right now with 3.5 to go. Up to the 40, that'll be another first down into the hands of Ymir Knight. Had a 95-yard interception returned for a touchdown. What about SMU's schedule looking ahead as we're closing in on that? For Sam Keltner, they need to learn a little bit about this young man, and they may have right there. How about that? By far his career long, which prior to that was from 43 yards. So Keltner, they go to Clemson, not having a great year, but it's still Clemson.
It's still Clemson.
That's right. $127 left to go. Johnson is the transfer from Miami. He was a huge sign by the Hurricanes. Local kid and, you know, grew up in that area. If Virginia were to run the table, Stanford goes for it on 4th down and will get the first down. With 8 minutes to go, Ole Miss in front of Washington State by 3 points. Next weekend from Charlottesville, Virginia for Washington State and the Cavaliers. And that's at 19 conference games in a row victorious for SMU.